Welcome back to Pastry Maestra. I'm Teresa and today I'm making devil's food cake. As usual, the recipe is on my site and the link is down below. To make the cake batter, I've placed sifted cocoa powder into a bowl. I will add hot coffee and stir with the whisk until the mixture becomes uniform. Then I'll add sour cream and stir well to combine. I've put sifted flour into another bowl and now I'll add baking powder, baking soda, salt, and vanilla powder, and stir well with a whisk. I've put softened butter into a bowl of a stand mixer fitted with paddle attachment, and now I will add sugar. I'll mix on medium speed until the mixture becomes fluffy. Then I will gradually add eggs, mixing well after each addition. I will add cocoa mixture and continue mixing until the mixture becomes uniform. Then I will add the dry ingredients and mix with a silicone spatula to combine. I've prepared 4 16 cm, which is 6 inches in diameter cake rings, and lined them with aluminum foil to prevent the cake batter from leaking. I will divide the cake batter into 4 equal parts, 240 grams, which is 8.5 ounces each. I'll pour the cake batter into the cake rings and smooth the top using my small spatula. Then I'll bake them at 170 degrees centigrade, which is 340 degrees Fahrenheit, for about 20 minutes. I will take them out and leave them to cool down. To make French buttercream, the first thing I'm gonna do is make pâte à bombe, which is a mixture of whipped egg yolks and cooked sugar syrup. I'll place egg yolks into a bowl of a stand mixer fitted with a whisk attachment and start mixing on medium speed. I'll put sugar and water, enough to cover the sugar, into a saucepan and put the lid on. Once my syrup boils, the steam will wash down sugar crystals from the sides of the pan and I'll remove the lid. I will insert the probe of my digital candy thermometer into the syrup and continue cooking until it reaches 118 degrees centigrade, which is 244 degrees Fahrenheit. At that point, I will pour it carefully without turning off my mixer into whipped egg yolks. It is important to pour the syrup between the whisk and the side of the mixing bowl. Be very careful. If you pour the syrup directly on the whisk while it's working, that could splatter your hands or face with hot sugar syrup and you could get serious burns. Once all the syrup is inside, I'll continue whisking pâte à bombe until it cools down. My pâte à bombe is cooled and now I'll start adding softened butter gradually until everything is incorporated. Now I will mix in chocolate that I've melted in the microwave. Be careful that chocolate isn't too hot because it might melt the butter in buttercream. I've placed the first cake layer onto a cake board. I will put 115 grams, which is 4 ounces of my chocolate buttercream onto it and spread it using my spatula. I will place another cake layer onto it and repeat the procedure. I will continue until I stack all the cake layers on top of each other. I will smooth the sides of my cake and put it in the fridge until the buttercream sets. I will add some more buttercream onto the sides of the cake and smooth them using my scraper. Then I'll put some buttercream on top of the cake and spread it using my spatula. I will continue until I get a regular shape of the cake, and then I'll put it in the fridge until the buttercream sets. Then I will decorate the sides with some cocoa nibs. I've put remaining buttercream into a piping bag fitted with star tip, and now I will decorate my cake. To make my ganache, I will pour hot cream over chopped chocolate and leave it for about 1 minute to allow the hot cream to melt the chocolate. Then I'll stir well to combine. I will add softened butter and stir until dissolved. I will pour a thin layer of a ganache onto the cake and shake to distribute it evenly. There, my delicious devil's food cake is done. Enjoy!
Oh baby, you are so sweet, so delicious and yummy, so good to eat. I wanna lick you, feel your sweetness on my lips. Forever and ever, you'll stay on my hips.
I'm Teresa. Thanks for watching my video. I hope you liked it. If you want to stay in touch, follow me on Facebook, Twitter and Instagram, and of course, visit my site, where you can find elaborate posts with lots of pictures, additional information and recipes that follow my every video. Also, on my site you can download my free 365 pages ebook The Pastry Chef and maybe buy me a macaron if you think that I've earned it. Now, before you go, please hit the like button and subscribe to my YouTube channel. That really helps a lot. Finally, and this is the most important thing, don't forget to create sweetness every day, because sweetness is happiness. See you in my next video. Bye!